Now, would you look at that? Look at how much that is squatting down. So this video is all about not getting fooled and making sure you don't get into any trouble, because we're going to be talking about payload. We're going to be talking about towing and really how you can figure those out. Because even if you've got the biggest, baddest F-150, you'd be horribly surprised what this can actually tow and has for payload. So stay tuned, watch to the very end, and we will talk about our general impression. Johnny here for Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, here to talk to you about the importance of knowing your tow capacity and payload. Payload is, or cargo weight, is the weight you can put in the bed of the vehicle. So you can figure that out with the stickers in your door sill, GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, minus the weight of the vehicle. But oddly for the Raptor, Raptor weighs 5,500 pounds, and you have 7,050 pounds of payload. Usually that means you now have 1,500 pounds of payload. So what's going on? Well, the Raptor only actually has 1,050 pounds of payload and can tow 8,000 pounds. So don't just assume because you have a big truck with huge tires, really wide, and 11.5 inches of ground clearance, you'd figure this truck can take a ton of weight in the bed. And yes, all manufacturers will advertise their maximum payload. So an F-150 has a payload of 2,812 pounds potential payload, but that's for a regular cab 4x2 in the same year this Raptor. So ideally, download your towing guide. So in this case, I downloaded the 2019 Ford towing guide, and you need to look at your cargo weight. Again, that's the weight you can add in the vehicle, and your towing weight, because the last thing you want to do is to have too much weight either towing or on the vehicle, not brake in time, and hit something or someone. Then you're in big trouble. So again, don't assume just because you have a big truck you can pull and haul big things. So this right here is the Raptor. It has Fox suspension, and that off-road racing suspension actually makes it so the payload, the weight you can throw on into the vehicle, is considerably lower. A similar truck that's not a Raptor usually plays around 1,700 to 1,900 pounds, and then of course if you have the heavy payload package, that's when you start playing around 2,200 pounds all the way up to 2,800 pounds, depending on the engine, the cab configuration, etc. and whatnot. Now the Raptor, very exciting, 410 axle differential on the back. So this thing, the differential really does help you take off 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds. But again, very misleading. 3.5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo engine, high output. You figure, hey, high output, it must tow the most because for the year it was the most powerful engine. And that's not the case. The towing's at 8,000 pounds, where you have some F-150s going up to 14,000 pounds. So you really do need to keep an eye on the specifications of your truck so that you're safe and you're legal. So for more tips and tricks, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Subscribe. It does help feed and dress those poodles, but it'll also get you the information that you must know to be safe and to be an informed buyer. Thing I definitely want to do is wrap these, so you can wrap these yourself. Not too much work, and now it won't get scratched because that's a metal plate and it will scratch pretty easily. Now the Bang & Olufsen sound system has just been incredible. Best sound system we've had in a vehicle thus far, and boy have we ever had a lot of vehicles. I've owned a little over 70 vehicles now. Definitely think the 801 package with panoramic moonroof is the way to go. You get the leather seats, heated everything, and of course the Raptor grille, copied many times, imitated, but never perfectly copied unless you've got the real deal, and this is the real deal right here. Let's check what the F-150 Raptor looks like once it's got a little weight in the box. So you can already see the back end is hunkering down, but of course this has Fox Racing off-road suspension. So I'll take it gladly. Fantastic, incredible comfort from this suspension. And well, we don't have a ton of weight in there, and I wish I knew how much weight I had, but this doesn't have onboard scales. I would have onboard scales in my Lightning Lariat 511. However, it looks like onboard scales are going to be removed to be able to produce the truck, which is unfortunate because I would have really liked those onboard scales. So the Raptor, 1,063 pounds of payload. I do not believe I've gone over it. Maybe I'm close. We'll see how this drives with weight in the box. But so far, it's driving incredible when it's not loaded because of the Fox off-road suspension. So this truck is often copied, but never properly imitated. There's no replacement. This is the real deal. Love this truck. Okay, so something that I love about Ford, not so much about GM. GM, their step to get into the truck, well, if you have your hitch sticking out, well, when you do this, you'll actually eat up your tailgate. So if you have a GM, always remember to take out your ball. But here, fantastic. Doing a little wood today, and easy in and out of the box. So I'm not jumping in, otherwise jumping in and out of this would be hard on the knees. So easy walk, in and out, fantastic. Only Ford has this, and this is something I feel every truck should have. Now, of course, I do appreciate the new 2023 Super Duty that they've, you could say, copied GM, because they're gonna have the step here as well as up front, and the Ranger is now gonna have steps to get into the box more easily as well. Reflection of the day, we'll call this the tailgate reflection. I did wood today, and when you get your new truck, you're going to be doing truck stuff. So whether you're doing wood or whatever you may be doing, throwing anything in here, do keep in mind whether you have a plastic bed liner or the spray-in bed liner, you could very well pierce your box if you're throwing things in here. So I put down a little cardboard to absorb some of the shock, but this aluminum, great, doesn't rust, will last you for years and years and years. However, if you're not careful, you will pierce it. So do be careful. You don't have to baby it, but you do need to keep in mind that if you throw something in, especially anything, you know, brick, stones, construction material, you may very well pierce your box. So just keeping that in mind, especially if you're a new Maverick owner. 70% of you are coming from other brands and have never even owned a truck before. So tip, subscribe for more. Until next time, wish you all more cars